Hello guys. Today we are back with part 2. We're gonna start from question 16. Okay, let's start right away. Number 16. The percent P of a population that has completed 4 years of college is given by the function P equal minus 0.001 t squared plus 0.4 t, where t represents the time in years. What percent of the population has completed 4 years of college after 20 years? Okay, let's see. So this formula right here is this P represents the population that completed 4 years of college, and T is the time in years. And they're asking us what percent, meaning this P right here, has completed 4 years of college after 20 years. So all we have to do is just plug in 20 to the T part. So minus 0.001 times 20 squared plus 0.4 times 20. If we do it in the calculator, times 20 squared equal this, and plus 0.4 times 20, which is 7.6. The answer is G. Okay, so next question, number 17. At Fatima's Fruits, a bag of 8 grapefruits, 8 costs $4.4, and at this house, for 3, it costs $1.86. How much cheaper per grapefruit is the cost of Fatima's Fruits than the Arna's edibles? Okay, so for 8, it costs 4.4. For 3, it costs 1.86. So in order to find how much it costs per the grapefruit, we have to divide it by the number of each of these. So 4.4 divided by 8 is 4.4 divided by 8 is 0.55, and 1.86 divided by 3 is 0.62. Okay, you see the difference? Now you just subtract from the bigger one to the smaller one, which is 0.07, and so the A will be the answer. Okay, number 18. Which of the following is equivalent to this thing right here? This thing right here is basically this thing right here, which results as this looking. So let's find something like that. So this is A, which is squared, minus B, which is 4 squared, and this would result x to 8 power minus 16. So the answer would be G. Okay. Good. Let's go right to number 19. Okay, Wade is making a tile mosaic. He begins the project by laying tile at a speed of 50 pieces per hour for 3.5 hours. He is then interrupted from his work for 60 minutes. He resumes working and lays tile at a speed of 35 pieces per hour until he has laid 280 pieces of tile total. How many hours did Wade spend working on the mosaic after he started working again? Okay. Just first of all, he made 50 pieces per hour for 3.5 hours. So if you multiply that, it will result as 50 times 3.5. It will be 175 pieces made, and he did not work for 60 minutes, and then he started working again, but this time he made 35 pieces per hour. And what we have left is 280 minus 175, so this would be 105. We have to wait 105, and 1 hour we make 35. So if we divide 105 by 35, the answer is 3. Let me just make sure. Yeah, 3. So 3 hours are needed to make 105, which is the leftover. Okay, number 20. Point C and point D lie on the standard coordinate plane. What are the coordinates of the midpoint of CD? Okay, the midpoint formula is you add the x values and divide it by 2. That's the x point, and you sorry for this. Okay, you add the y values of 2 points divided by 2. This is all what you have to do. So 1 plus 7, which is 8, divided by 2 is 4. 2 minus 10, which is minus 8, divided by 2 is minus 4. So the answer will be H. Michael is planning to put fencing along the edge of his rectangular backyard, which is 22 yards by 16. Let's say the smaller one is 16 and bigger one is 22. One long side, which is any of these 22, of the backyard is along his house, so he will need to fence only 3 sides. Let's say this is his house. How many yards of fencing will Michael need? This is super easy. You just add this all up, which is 32 plus 22, which is 54. Okay, 54. Number 22. What is the y-intercept of the line given by the equation? You get the y-intercept. All you have to do is plug in 0 to the x value to get the y-intercept. So basically 0 times 7, that's 0. So we just take this thing out. Minus 3y equals 21, and y equals minus 7. So the answer will be F. Okay, let's go right to 23. Okay. On April 8th, a flower at Blooming Acres florist was 15.0 centimeters tall. On April 16th, the flower was 17.4 centimeters tall. If the flower grew at a constant rate, on what day was the flower 16.5 centimeters tall? Okay, so the difference between 8 and 6 is 2.4. And because there's 8 days difference, you divide by 8, which is 0.3. So there's 0.3 centimeters growth every day. So, to get 16.5, this difference from 15 is 1.5. So, because each day 0.0 centimeter grows, to grow 1.5, there needs to be 5 more days, which is C. Yeah, which is C. Okay, number 24. Which of the following expressions is equivalent to the expression given below? Okay, we just have to write this all down, and let's see. For you guys, you can stop the video and try solving it by yourself and compare it to my answer. Okay. Fourth power, this is the only one, and third power second power, first power, and the numbers. The answer is K. Okay, number 25. The playground equipment shown below has a ladder that is 6 feet tall and a diagonal slide that is 7 feet long. If the ladder makes a right angle with the ground, approximately how many feet is the base of the slide from the base of the ladder? So they're asking for this length. What all you have to do is use the Pythagorean Theorem. So 7 squared equals 6 squared plus x squared. Let's say this is x feet. Okay, set 49 minus 36. The square root of that would be x. Okay, let's see. 49 minus 36, which is 13. We square root of that, which is 3.6, and we round that up, and which makes it 4. Okay, it's in a data set of 5 points. The mean, median, and mode are each equal to 8. Which of the following could be the data set? Okay, the mean is you add all the numbers up and you divide by numbers. How many numbers are there? So there's 5 numbers here. You divide by 5. The median is the medium number, which is all 8 in this case, and the mode is most frequent number. So let's find the most frequent number. In here, 8. All median is 8, so they all satisfy. And the mode is here 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, and 12. And here also 7. Okay, now we have to figure out the mean. Mean is you have to add all those up and divide by the numbers. 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8 plus 12 divided by 5, which is 8. So the F should have to be the answer. Okay, let's go right to 27. A certain sequence of numbers is termed after the first term is the result of adding 2 to the previous term and multiplying that sum by 3. If the fourth term in the sequence is 186, what is the second term? Okay, so basically what you do, there's the 4 terms right here. First, second, third, fourth. This is one. When you go here, you times it by, you add 2 and you multiply by 3 to that. So if you want to come back to this part, you have to divide by 3 and subtract 2 to that number. Okay, so 186 divided by 3, subtract 2, which is 60. You can say 60 is the third term, and 60 divided by, we do the same thing again, and minus 2, which is 18. So we can say that 18 is the answer. Okay, 28. Which of the following values of x does not satisfy the inequality? Okay, in inequality, this value right here can be negative or positive because this absolute value makes it all positive. So first case is this case, and the second case is this case. So first of all, let's do the first case. 15, and this thing right here. Okay, so there's 2 looking like this, and let's draw it. So right here and right here. So we just have to figure it out which number does not satisfy from these. We can say this 9 does not, because 9 is somewhere over here and it does not cover the range. Okay, number 29. For all real numbers s, t, u, and v, such that t plus s plus u equals 29, and s is smaller than v, which of the following statements is true? Okay, so stu, if you add them up, is 29, but v is bigger. So when you change s value to t, it should be bigger than 29. So the answer must be B. Let me just check. Yeah. So number 30. In the figure below, rectangle ABCD shares line CD with square CDE. Diagonal line BD of the rectangle extends in a straight line beyond D to E to create line DE, and the measurement of angle CDA is 155. What is the measure of CBD angle? Okay, first of all, this thing right here is 25. And this thing is 90. You just have to add them up and subtract from 180. So 65 will be the answer. Just making sure. Yep. And this is it for our part 2 ACT practice test number 1. We'll soon film part 3, which covers 31 through 45, and see you next time.